Welcome everybody to Meet the CEO on Monday with Fun Saver Network. Glad you're here. Glad you made it. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Let me state to you again, we do this on the first and third Monday of every single month. This is where we bring our CEO, Shane Hendricks, on. Sometimes it's an extensive call. Sometimes it's not. I don't feel today's going to be an extensive call unless Shane's got something up his sleeve, which I think he does. I'm not really sure. But I do want to announce to you while we're here tomorrow night, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, same place. We are on Zoom.com. I will be doing the opportunity call. So every Tuesday going forward, we will always have an opportunity call on Tuesday night, 8 Eastern, 7 Central on weareonzoom.com. Now, some of you are getting the text messages, some of you are getting the emails, and some of you are not. So let me tell you, if you have anyone on your team, obviously you're getting it if you're here. But if you have anyone on your team that says they're not getting the messages, they're not getting the emails, here's what you got to do. Tell them to send a customer support email in to support@funsavernetwork.com. Support@funsavernetwork.com. They will make sure that everything's taken care of, and they will start receiving the emails and they will start receiving the texts. Communication is highly important for the company, and it's even more important for you and the team that you bring in so they can get engaged with everything we're doing on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. We're going to be so full of everything that we're doing Monday through Thursday, sometimes Friday, that there's no reason why there's not a day or a time that a person cannot plug in to see what Fun Saver Network is all about. So with that being said, folks, let me go ahead and turn this over to our CEO, the man of the hour, so we can see what he's got up his sleeve. Mr. Shane Hendricks, can you hear me okay? Testing?
I can
Shane?
now, Ron.
Okay, perfect. Sir, I'm going to turn this over to you. I don't know where we're going today. I'm going to kind of just go off your cue. So here we go. You have the floor, Shane.
All right, Ron. Thank you. Thanks, everybody, for getting on the Monday call with us. Thank you, all the new members that are coming in. Guys, make sure to tell everybody to get on these calls. Make sure to tell them to get on, make sure to watch their emails. We've got a lot of stuff going on, trying to get ready for the actual launch of the company. We're doing, like everybody knows right now, we're in free launch. Just got off the phone, literally just hung up a phone call with the IT guys that are doing the back office stuff that's going to allow us to pay you guys. And so we're trying to get all that stuff dialed in properly. We've made a lot of changes on them over the past week or two. So we had that call just a little while ago, lasted a little longer than I thought it was going to. But we do have a lot of things again going on. I want to thank everybody for their participation in the drops. The drops have been amazing, guys, and everybody's begging for more. So we're going to give them more. And we're going to dial it up a little bit, give some more drops than what we've had. We've had 2 truckloads of stuff come in last week, so we need to drop a few things anyway. It's not going to hurt. So we look forward to doing that. I want to make sure when you're out there telling the story, it is not just all about drops. A lot of you that have logged in have seen we have the new health and wellness products in the back office. We have some new dog shampoos and conditioners at prices that are below what they can go and get that for if they're a grooming store. So a dog grooming or pet grooming. So I want to make sure that you understood what I just said. It is below what they can go get it for as a pet store. It's below wholesale. They can't get it for the price that we've got it for. So in order for them to know about that, you have to go tell them. That's what you guys go do. You sign up other members by telling them stuff that we have in the back office. You're going to be excited. We're going to actually be putting some stuff in the back office. I keep calling it back office. I'm sorry, guys. In the shopping area We're going to be putting stuff in the shopping area that's going to be industry specific. So when you go and talk to somebody, you can say, hey, make sure to go look at what industry they're already in. They're going to see things back there that they're already purchasing inside that industry. An example would be personalized gift items that a real estate agent may purchase, or dog shampoo that a groomer is purchasing. Things they're already doing, and they're going to save their membership just by purchasing what they already purchase anyways. So it's just going to be, we're laying that up for you to go and get them as members and get them signed up. So,
Can I
Ron, you got
add
anything
something?
to add to that?
Yeah, I do. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. I have talked to so many people that has questioned me and asked me about the dog shampoo and conditioners, the hyperallergenics. And here's what I want to share with you. One of the things that I find very, very important that I see people, and it's understandable, but people see that and they're going, well, I don't need a gallon of shampoo and a gallon of conditioner. And I agree, you probably don't need a gallon of each one. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Sometimes when you see things back there, especially items that's going to be there, they're not a drop. They're back there all the time, right? I want you to imagine for a second, because I went and did the research as soon as I saw it. What I went and did, I said, well, question. How many dog groomers, and I mean actual business dog groomers, are registered as a business in the United States? I went to the old Google thing and it told me in the United States there's a little over 300,000 registered dog groomer businesses in America. And then it told me that the average median income for each one of them is $49,000 a year. So why did I do that? Because, guys, I don't even have a pet, not anymore, rest her soul. But I don't have a pet, but that interested me because I'm thinking, wait a minute, why, as Shane said, why wouldn't these dog groomer entities want to become a member for $25 a month and buy this $55 gallon of shampoo and conditioner for 10 bucks? Absolutely they would. But our job is the people that's out there talking about Fun Saver. It's actually our job to go contact these dog groomers and tell them about what we have. Take a snapshot of what it is, send it to them. So that's where my head went immediately. And if there's over 300,000, maybe you have a pet. Maybe you take your pet to get groomed, to get their nails done, or whatever it is. Maybe you'd want to talk to them about with them. Maybe you'd want to have your website pulled up on your phone when you walked in and go, hey, how's it going? You drop your pet off, or you go to pick them up. You walk in and go, look at this. Do you know what the shampoo? Do you know it's 55 and through this company you get it for 10 bucks a gallon? It's really that simple. So kind of like the Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, always be prepared. That's what we're talking about. So I just wanted to add that in there because what you're going to see is Shane, I think, is getting ready to talk about. He is working on things like the dog shampoo and conditioner that we're going to be able to put in there. And don't look at it just for yourself. Think about that business, that market, and how you can take that product, go to that market because it's cheaper than they're already buying the stuff, but they can get it cheaper at Fun Saver Network than anybody else. Just kind of opening up your minds a little bit for what is about to come. When we first started on the Friday before Labor Day, one of the things I continually said, and Shane is bringing that to fruition, that we will always, always think about our people in the company that's sharing what we have at Fun Saver, that we want to make it as simple as possible for you to be able to bring in team members. And that's what he's doing. So I'm sorry, Shane, I just wanted to add that.
That's okay. Yeah, Ron, a couple of things I always like to clarify is, we may not always have that dog shampoo, and it may not always be at the price that we've got it for now. If we get in another truckload of that dog shampoo and we have to adjust the price because maybe we didn't get as good a deal on the next truckload, so we have to combine all those prices together to figure out what it is. So the price could change, the price could go lower. I mean, it depends on what we're getting that in for, but we may not always have that dog shampoo. We may not always have 5-gallon or gallon buckets of it too. We may end up with, the size that you want at some point. But like Ron said, the other thing that he mentioned is I want it to be about you because I want you guys to enjoy what we're doing. I want you to save money. I want you to save money on your membership. I want all that. But as we're in this free lunch session, we're more talking to people that are, again, building this thing and wanting to continue to build Fund Saver Network with us. So everything we're doing is what we feel like will help you to go sign up other members. And you may not know that many dog groomers, and that's okay. But you do know people, that buy personalized gift items for their for birthdays. I mean, every person we know buys birthday gifts. So you may know the real estate agents that buy the personalized gifts for their a closing of a house or a signing of a house or whatever it may be. Or you may know the business person that likes to give away things as and if they do, Fund Saver Network. I mean, you can't beat a Under Armour pullover for $10. And they may want one to personalize themselves through their local embroidery shop to put their own logo on them. And so there's just all kinds of ways Fund Saver Network is going to help anybody that you run into. I just can't imagine knowing what I know and knowing what Ron knows and what we are, kind of showing you guys along the way. I can't imagine that any woman out there doesn't want a high-end makeup brush unless they've already got 40, like some of you I hear already have. So you may not need one right now, but I know a lot of you bought them even though you didn't need them. So so there's all kinds of things. Just make sure that you are sharing. Make sure these calls keep growing. Make sure the calls that we're doing on Tuesdays and Thursdays and webinars and everything that you're just involved in to make sure people are getting engaged, because we do have a lot of incredible things going on. We've got more coming. I want everybody to understand when you're talking to people, and we've got a video that's coming out that will explain even more. But I want you to make sure when you talk to people, it's not just about drops. Yes, the drops are exciting, and we knew they would be. It is about things that are in the shopping area, in the e-commerce area. It is about the other ideas of unique shopping experiences that are about to happen when we go live and we start. When we launch for good, have our grand opening launch, and have some other purchase options that are going to be in the back offices that will be stuff you've never seen before. Engagements that people are actually going to email me and text me. They already are when it comes to the drops. They're like, hey, I'm running out of money, because they are good drops. They're buying every one of them. But when you see some of the other things, you're going to say, hey, I'm running out of time because I'm engaged in my computer all day, or I'm running out of money because I'm buying so much from you. So we've got a lot of different things that are going to happen on that side of it. We have our digital marketing stuff that you've already seen a couple of things that have made it to the shopping area. We're working on even more on that side of it. We're working on more things related to the website so that people can understand some of the products better, and we can get some visuals in front of them, like even the dog shampoo. It's real easy to go and click on the dog shampoo and learn about what it is. But a lot of you may have had to click out of our website and go to the actual manufacturer so you could look at more detail. We don't want that. I want you to stay at Fund Saver Network. And in order for me to do that, we have to get our sales tools better to make that happen. And that is on the way. So everybody, I hope you are on the Wednesday call. I look forward to nutrition or Wellness Wednesday this week. I believe it'll be a big one. We do have all of those products in the shopping area now, and a lot of people are taking advantage of those and really enjoying that product that we have back there, and we've got more and more coming. So Ron, the only other thing that I've got is to kind of tell everybody what I was talking about last week, and need to know. Go ahead.
Before you do that,
Yep.
If I can, I'd like to bring up a couple of people just to kind of catch up with and let them talk about, how they're doing, what's happening in the business and things of that nature.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to start with my buddy. that I met 10 years ago. Guys, this guy has a heart of gold. He really tries to help. I mean, I know he was up till 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, trying to build something for us at Funsaver Network, but not just for him and his team, to actually give out to everybody in the company. We're making a couple of changes. It'll be available today or tomorrow or something like that. But I do believe it's going to help each and every one of you, whether you're on his team or not, as far as building Funsaver Network. And we like everybody in this business. We really appreciate you being here, whether you help, you don't help, you build or don't build. But I got to tell you, this thing is going to be so big. If you want to help and you want to help us out, you want to give us insight, and because we're always open, if you want to do things and let us look at it and let's go from there, we truly appreciate it. So that being said, I made you a co-host, Mr. Bob Bearden. Can you step up here for a second in the box and unmute yourself?
I'm here, brother.
Bob, I just want you to share with everybody your feeling on this Funsaver Network, because let me tell you guys about Bob first. Bob's kind of like me. He's been around this industry for 20 plus years. He's built huge teams. He's helped a lot of people succeed. He's helped them get to a next level in their life. And where do you see Funsaver, and how is it going for you?
Well, I can say this. One of the things I love about it is that it really brings a community together. You know, that's the first thing that when you guys told me you were doing this, it was really the whole vision of what we had back in 2020 of an all for one, like we're all together as one community building. So there's never my Zoom or, you know, like it's all about all of us helping each other. But I can tell you this is no different than building anything we're passionate about, right? I've been able to build every single time to a massive group when I'm bought into something, when I really believe in something. Like belief is everything. But I'll tell you, there's one key ingredient. Let me get a feel for who's all listening on here. Can people type in the chat, Ron?
They can.
So if you want to make money, if you're here to actually build a residual income, a big residual income, here with Funsaver Network, type a 1 in the chat. I want to see the audience. Okay.
Here, I'll
All
start.
right. If you want to create massive momentum, then put a 2 in the chat. Okay. The only way that happens, it starts with you. It definitely starts with you. Now, you could say, well, it starts with Shane or it starts with Ron, or, well, yeah, it starts with Ron for his business. It starts with Jim for his business. It starts for Kit for her business. It all starts with you. What I mean by that is, number one, you got to be bought in and you have to pay attention and focus and understand that this needs to be a priority. That's number one in any business you build. If it's not a priority, you're not going to build it half. I almost said a bad word. You're not going to build it if you're just wholeheartedly doing it. You know, you like it, whatever. You know, you can share with a few folks. It's not going to happen. Momentum is not going to happen. And momentum is what's needed in order for something to really take off like crazy. Now, if you're bought in and you say, yes, I want to build this, and you know it starts with you, the number one thing you have to do is plug in. Like, there is no way our Zooms should have 100 people on them. There's 2,000 people that signed up. Okay, right? Those Zooms should be 300 people. The Zoom needs you as much as you need the Zoom. Always remember that. You know, it used to be back in the old days when we were going to hotel meetings, right? The meeting needs you as much as you need the meeting. That's because the more people that are on a Zoom, the more it validates, wow, there must be something great going on here. I mean, how many times you've been to a Zoom and there's 7 people and you're like, there ain't nothing going on here, and you click off, right? You leave 10 minutes into the Zoom. So we need all of us collectively to come together to be able to create momentum. For example, if you come to one of our Zooms and there's 200 people and you have 2 guests, guess what? Those 2 guests don't know that those people aren't on your team or they're only my team. They don't know. They have no clue. They just know something is going on here and they better pay attention. That's number one. You got to plug in. We need you on the Zooms, period. Just like we need you to bring guests to the Zoom. So people always say, well, you know, Bob, I don't have the network like you. I don't know as many people as you. I assure you, you probably know as many people as me. I mean, maybe I know a few more people that are in network marketing than you, but this isn't really network marketing. So it's about the people that you know. If you want to build momentum, here's another thing if you're taking notes, you have to stay consistent with prospecting. We call that phase one in this business. Like if you get out of phase one and go into managing your 5 people and, asking them, did you talk to anybody today? Did you talk to anybody today? That's the key. If you stay consistent and listen, you don't need to sponsor hundreds of people out the gate. Sure. I told Ron, said, what's your goal? My goal is 102 people. Well, why 102? Well, 2 get passed up. So I want 100 personals that aren't passed up, right? So does that mean that I got to have 100 tomorrow? No. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I will get to 102 folks if I consistently share this every day. Type a 1 in the chat if you'd like to be in better shape or better health. Type a 1 in the chat if you'd like to be in better shape or in better health. Okay. We all know how to be in perfect health. We all know it. In today's info age, you know you're not supposed to put that Whopper in your mouth. You know you're supposed to exercise every day, not a few times a month. So why don't we do it? Habits, number 1. Priority number 2, right? It's the same thing. If I want to get in perfect shape and get a 6-pack and I want to look great on the beach in the summer, whatever, I can't do sit-ups and work out on Sundays. And they go, I'll work out for 5 hours on Sunday and that'll make up for the days I didn't work out Monday through Saturday. It's not gonna happen. No matter what, it's not gonna happen. It's the same here. Well, I'm really busy all week long, but on Sunday or on Saturday, I'll spend 5 hours promoting. It's not going to work. This industry, I wish light bulbs would go off for more and more people because the day the light bulb went off in my head is the day it changed for me. It is about daily activity, period. If you're not doing something every day, and I don't mean, I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes, making videos, PowerPoints, recorded videos, et cetera, but that doesn't constitute the activity needed to build a business. You have to have income producing activities, right? So if I make a video for people to share, that could turn into an income producing activity because people will start sharing the video. It makes it easier to share. But at that very moment, that day, that is not an income producing activity. Reaching out to somebody blindly on Facebook, that's not really an income producing activity. Now, that's a seed planting activity. And if you've ever listened to Jim Rohn, you got to keep planting seeds. You can't chase the birds, right? We should all be laughing. We've heard that story a million times. But you have to reach out and talk to at least one person every day. Now, that's if you're spare time, right? Part-timers, 2 a day. I used to always tell people 2 a day will keep the bill collectors away. 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day. I remember back in my career when I was breaking through, I lived by this 2 a day. And if I was getting ready to go to bed and I realized, oh crap, I didn't get 2 a day, I would figure out a way to get another one or the 2 I needed that day. Now, what do I mean by 2 a day? 2 exposures. Does an exposure mean a conversation? No. An exposure means somebody went through my system. My system is simply have a conversation, pique interest, and pass along a video. That's what my system is. And the third step is to present or invite them to a presentation. Peak, pass, and invite, peak, pass, and prevent, whatever, or present. Now, 2 a day means exposure. That means that you have 2 people that actually watch the video. Now, are those 2 people going to go, oh my God, this is amazing, I'm going to sign up? Probably not, right? You're never going to be 100%. I mean, look at baseball players. They shoot 300 or they bat 300. They're getting paid 20 million bucks a year to play baseball. Right? So you don't need to bat 100. You just need to stay consistent in the income producing activity, which is exposing people to what Fund Saver is. Now, imagine if you did 2 a day, right? And let's say you took Sunday off. That's great. Take Sunday off. Okay, so you got 6 days a week. That's 12 a week, or 12 times 4, 48 people a month. Okay, do a little extra work 1 or 2 days for easy math. 50 people a month you prospected. I guarantee you're going to sign up at least 5. At least 5. If you prospected them the right way. Now, if you're on the phone with somebody for an hour and a half and you're just puking all over them, forget about it. It's just not going to work. People need validation. That's why the Peak Pass Present is so important, because you pique their interest. They look at a video. They're like, wow, this looks pretty cool. You get them to a Zoom where they see all the people on there. They're going to go, wow, this is freaking taking off. I want to be a part of this. Right? That's why, if you study the art of sales, most people will say yes after 3 times of seeing something. Right? They got to see it a couple of times and digest it. They're not going to say yes immediately. But without getting too far off track, the key is to stay consistent prospecting. So if you plug in and make this a priority and you stay consistent prospecting people, okay, that's the first 2 steps. Now, the third step is where I think people go wrong. I have met some sponsor monsters that never get momentum. They'll recruit 50 people and they never get momentum. Why is that? Because they think their job is over once they sign up. That's when your job begins. That person has to know what tools are available, when the Zooms are, know, how to say a few things when they're piquing interest. They need to know and understand why a third party validation is so important, whether it's a 3-way call, whether it's a testimonial video, whether it's a Zoom presentation, but you got to get the person plugged in. Yes, the company does a fantastic job. By the way, kudos to your staff, Shane. I mean, of all the network marketing companies I've been in, the communication is really good. As far as getting emails and text messages. But guys, don't rely on the company. For example, I'm hosting this training for my team. By the way, anybody can come if they want to. It's Wednesday night, but and you can get that information from somebody. But at the end of the day, what I told my team was, I said, don't forward this email and expect your teammates to show up. They're probably not going to. Pick the phone up. See, when you pick the phone up and you talk to people, they then know that you really do want to help them. If all you're doing is blasting them text messages and emails, they never hear your voice. They don't get to hear compassion. They don't get to hear inspiration. They don't get to hear, your dedication. They don't get to hear any of that. And I think in today's freaking world of technology, people they don't connect enough. This will never not be a relationship marketing business, period. And if you're just relying on technology, you're not going to get there. So just as a recap, Ron, and I'll kick it back to you. Number one, you got to plug in. We need you to plug in as much as you need to plug in. The more you plug in, the more you learn. But don't just be an information collector and learning and learning and learning and get ready to get ready to get ready to get ready. That's what a lot of people do too. They get ready, they get all organized, they want to know the perfect thing to say, they got a this and that and the other. It doesn't matter what you say, it's always how you say it, right? Words are only about 10% of your delivery. It's all in your inflection and your excitement and all that stuff, right? But you got to stay plugged in. We need you plugged in. You need to be plugged in. Number 2 is you got to stay consistent prospecting. Phase 1, new people, new people, new people. New blood's always the lifeblood. These philosophies will never change in the world of network marketing. It'll never, ever change. The fire burns from the bottom up, not from the top down. So you have to have new people joining your business. And you have to be the one. I love what Jim Rohn used to say. I don't know what it is, but, my people just do what I do. I got people in California. They don't see me every day. They don't know what I'm doing. Oh, there's something to be said about they do know what you're doing. Somehow, some way, they're going to do what you do. So if you don't plug in, they won't plug in. If you're not consistently prospecting, they're not going to consistently prospect. If you're not doing getting started trainings or setting people up for success when you enroll them, then guess what? Then they're not going to do that. These are the main things. Plugged in, stay consistent prospecting, and getting people started properly. This is how you create momentum. Without it, without doing those things consistently every single day, I don't care if you prospect one a day and you help a new person once a day to make sure they're all plugged in, make sure they know everything, have a little coaching session with them. If you're not doing something along those lines every day, even if it's with one person, you're never going to create the habit of consistency. And that's the biggest curse word in the industry. Lack of consistency. Consistency is every single thing you can imagine combined with your belief level. Now,
Absolutely.
if you do all these things, you're going to make it happen. If you do all these things, but you don't really have the belief that this is going to be the next biggest thing that the industry's been waiting for, that this is going to be the paradigm shift, the actual change, the innovative change that the industry's been waiting for, that the comp plan is going to pay you better than anything you've ever had. If everything about it, if you're not bought in with belief, then plugging in, consistently prospecting, it's going to show up in your tone. It's probably not going to work either. So it's a puzzle piece, right? You got to collectively put these pieces together. It's not hard stuff, you guys. We do all the hard stuff, putting tools together, presenting for you. By the way, you don't need to wait for a presentation. When I get finished editing out this video, you literally will be able to simply put your own people on a Zoom and just screen share, push play, and get out of the way. I mean, that's the whole point of doing this. So every single person can make sure that the message of the company is transferred to your prospect. The same for Jim, the same for Kit, the same for Dee, the same for Marcus. It's the same for all of us. If that message is consistent and you stay consistent getting that message in front of people, and you just keep pounding on your belief and build it, believe me, you'll look up 12 months from now and you won't believe it. You'll be having a conversation with your wife or your husband on the beach with your toes in the sand going, man, I'm sure glad I listened to that training. I'm sure glad I took action and plugged in and did those things and created these habits and stayed consistent, because I'm telling you guys, I've seen it all. I've seen everything in this game. Everybody prospects me every day, all day. I get 4 or 5, pitches a day. I look at none of them, especially now. And I keep saying this is the last thing I'll say, but this really is the last thing I'll say. Blinders on. Why did they put the little cups like this on horse races' eyes? Right? Because they don't want the peripheral vision of the horse to see the horse next to them, or to see the crowd, they want that horse laser focused on the finish line, right? And so you have to kind of put the blinders on, not listen to the noise, stay consistent, build your belief, and stay plugged in. Guess what? You're gonna wake up and your entire future will be changed. Period. End of story. I promise you, I don't care who you are, where you're from, how far you are in this game. Believe me, when I met Ron in 2010, I sucked at this business. I was terrible. I didn't do any of these philosophies. I could sell ice to an Eskimo, but this isn't sales. This really isn't sales, because I could recruit like a mad dog back in 2001 when I first got started. Man, I could recruit anybody. Why? Because I could sell, but I could not duplicate. I couldn't create. So people would go, man, that was a really good presentation, or man, you really got me convinced, but I certainly can't do that. And if I got to do that, there's no way I can do the business. So
Yeah.
that's my 2 cents, Ron. I'm really excited. It took me a few weeks to get all in, but I'm all in. I'm laser focused on building this, and I believe we're going to pick our head up 12 months from now and go, holy cow, this is the best thing we ever did, man.
I
So I'm
believe in
excited.
that
I'm excited.
100%. Well, if there's anything different with me and Bob and anybody else, it's just the belief level. That's all it is. There's nothing more than that. But listen, thank you, Bob. I appreciate you doing that. But one of the reasons that I wanted to make sure that in your back office, in your dashboard, where you see all the people coming into the company, you see your personally sponsored people, one of the things that I thought was crucial, very important, is that I made sure, and Shane made sure, that as fast as we could, all your personally sponsored people, when you click personally sponsored and you see them, if you click that little blue icon by their name, that little silhouette icon, you will see their information, including their phone number. Why is that important? Because of what Bob just told you. It is important that you bring people in, yes, but it's more important that you reach out to them and have a conversation with them to make sure that they're plugged in, to make sure that we're about to launch this thing. Because here's what I'm hearing. God, I just hope everybody I put in signed up. Well, I also hope they sign up. And what's going to make that happen for you is reach out and talk to them. That's why those numbers are there. Introduce yourself, find out who they are, find out why they joined. A lot of you are not even wanting to build a business, and that's perfectly fine. You're here because you want these discounts. Fantastic. We're going to have a lot of people that doesn't want to build any kind of business whatsoever, but they're paying their $25 a month to get these discounts on things that we're showing and things that we're doing. That is fantastic. So real quick, I've got one more I want to bring up. Guys, I want to introduce you to this lady. She's fantastic. She's so much fun. I do believe that she has bought more in the drops than anybody else in this company. So I met her a while back. She always makes me laugh. She's always got a different perspective on things. Kit Carlson, can you hear me? You are a host. You can unmute.
I do hear you, Ron. Thank you.
Awesome. Kit, come on here and tell us why you're buying so many products from Fun Saver Network. Tell us why you're doing that.
Well, first of all, I'm known as the shopping diva. I love to shop. I always joke that Amazon contacts me if I haven't bought something in the last day or two. So when Fun Saver came out, I mean, the first drop, I did go crazy, right? I saved over $900. It was over $1,200 retail, and I only paid $200. Now the drop on the Under Armour, I only bought 13 of those, and I mean, you guys, the savings amazing. And some of these, I pretty much have my Christmas shopping done. I'm just keep telling Shane, where's the Jimmy Choo shoes? Then I'll really be buying. But you know, I have my Christmas shopping done, and my neighbor who spends a lot of money. We just went to a clothing store the other day, and she dropped $6,000. And she said to me yesterday, "Kid, I really want to join, but I'm afraid I'm going to be like you, and I'm going to be buying every one of those drops." I said, "Yeah, but Susan, you're going to be buying below wholesale. So just think of it, how much you're saving over that." So I mean, guys, it's great savings. In fact, on the dog groomer, I have one coming today, but I mean, my mind started spinning because I belong to Nextdoor, and y'all can belong to Nextdoor. It's a community. Do you know how many dog groomers are on Nextdoor? So my mind's already spinning on how I'm going to promote this. But the beauty of this, and I don't know if y'all understand this, you know, when you say you don't have people and it's hard to recruit people, well, Fun Saver's recruiting for you. I mean, seriously, if you think of it that way, and you share the drops, every time a drop comes on, I share it. I share it on Facebook. I share it on TikTok. I share it with all my friends. And I mean, I'm so excited. I can't wait to get those Under Armour jackets, because those
we're excited for you, kid, and we're so happy you're here. And we're really happy and humbled that we have the opportunity not only to change your life, because I know you like to buy stuff, but you also like to help people as well. But we have the opportunity to help everybody in here. And what she said, listen really closely to, because we've said it from the beginning. If you buy the drops and you get the drops, you need to do an open boxing and record it and get excited because you save so much money. And you need to put that on every social media account that you own, because that's how people know about what you're doing. So according back to Bob, that's an exposure for you. When you're putting things out, that's an exposure. That's an exposure. The more you expose yourself to people, what you're doing, the more they pay attention. It's funny how human DNA works that way. They want to be nosy and know what you're doing, but it's okay. It's okay. Show them what you're doing and show them how you're saving money and show them how excited you are. Next thing you know, you'll be like Kit and you'll be buying all kind of stuff and people will be joining you, dog groomers on all of them. And a year from now, you'll be going, wow, that was fun. And it'll just keep on going. Thank you, Kit, for doing everything you do. I appreciate working with you. And I'm going to turn this back over to the CEO because I know he's got something great he's going to do. And I guess I'm going to get my pen and paper out because I think I'm involved one way or another. I'm not sure. So back to you, Shane.
Hey, well, first off, thank you, Bob. Thank you, Kit. Enjoyed the heck out of that. That was good stuff. One of the things that I just saw Ron do, Ron tries to stay monotone and one level. He's got that incredible radio voice. But one thing I did notice that he just did is got a little bit excited and wanted to emphasize to you, when you get these drops, I really want to put a label on the outside of it that's big and bold and says, don't forget when you're opening this to take pictures, do your video, share it on your social media, share it to if you just want to get in your phone and send it to everybody on text message, make sure everybody's seeing what you're doing. We are having people that are signing up, that are hearing what's going on. They're seeing from friends what they're doing, and they're just signing up just to get in and have fun with us and do all the things. So just make sure that you're doing that. Again, I noticed Ron's emphasis there. Kit, thank you so much for being the shopping diva that I'm assuming we both are, because everybody around me would say the same thing, that I buy way too much. And I was probably told 12 times today to stop, but can't wait till tomorrow's auction. So, so I won't have time. And then the other thing that Bob was saying, I want to go back to the consistency. The thing that I think about, I won't use any actual company names, but I'll use maybe just a restaurant. We'll call the restaurant industry the sub sandwich restaurant industry. If you start a Subway sandwich, or I'm sorry, a sub sandwich place, the doors have to be open. You start at 8 a.m. and you start cooking that bread and you start getting everything ready, and you're not going to close until 8 p.m. or whatever time you're closing. You can't not have consistency. You have to stay open. Imagine if you said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start a sub sandwich place, and I'll just be open when I want to. It just doesn't work that way. Your business is not going to thrive. And then the whole time I'm thinking about that consistency in that sub sandwich place that you're spending all that time. Nothing bad about a brick and mortar company. I've got them myself. I've got 6 or 7 myself. So there's nothing bad about a brick and mortar place. But last week, Ron, or 2 weeks ago, Ron said, show me a comp plan, put me up against any comp plan, and I will show you what makes ours better. And so I started thinking about that night. I started thinking, well, we do have an incredible comp plan. But the one thing that kind of came to my mind today was, it's not just our comp plan, it's our business. Tell me another business. Think about that sub shop again. Tell me how you can start that sub shop business for $25 a month. Your total in for us with our company, if you really wanted it just to be this, is $25 a month to be a member of a company. And I will put our comp plan up against any amount of money that a local sub shop could make. Again, I'm not bashing any kind of sub shop. I think, I mean, we all got to eat. We love that they're out there. And I don't mind diversification. I don't mind any of those things. So I'm not bashing any kind of businesses at all. I'm just saying, if you put our compensation plan and your time and your consistency, sadly, Bob is saying, hey, give me some consistency of 2 engagements a day or 3 engagements a day, whatever it might be. Well, you can imagine if your consistency was that 8 to 8 that you would have to have if you had a sub shop. If you had that kind of consistency, that kind of drive towards what we're doing here at Fund Saver Network, the amount of money in this comp plan with the coded bonus and everybody being coded to you and passed up to you and stuff, it is second to none. You can't start a business and make the kind of money that we're making. I know that you guys have heard me talk about how I shared another company back in the early 90s, and it literally was me sharing it, saying, I understand that you're looking for something for your family. I understand that you want something better for you, better for your family. And it was as simple as a $20 membership, even back then. Now, this one is a $25 membership 20 years later with a compensation plan that far outweighs what that one was. And I was making a bunch of money. And so I'm just saying, if you have that consistency and belief, you already are seeing the drops that we're having. I promise you, we've got some more incredible things that are going to come into the back office. Even this week, Ron, we've got some crazy stuff. Ron's trying to convince me to drop it. I don't know if I'm dropping it or just in the shopping area. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but shoppers like Kit are going to. She's probably going to get into that credit card this time. So, but we got a lot of stuff going on that is exciting and fun. And I said last week that I wanted to have some more fun. I wanted to make sure that people stayed engaged, people stayed on the call with us, people came back to every call with us. And we'll start doing these on all sanctioned calls. We had a little program that we were going to do, but we didn't get it ready. So we're going to kind of go old school here today.
Actually, I do kind of have it ready.
Oh, really?
The
Well,
problem
Okay.
is we have people on here that their name on their Zoom account just says Zoom user, or they have their phone number, or they've just used their first name, and there's like, we've got 2 Lisas. So if Lisa's would comment their last name, and the people that don't have their name on their Zoom account would comment their names, I can add them to the prize wheel.
Wait, hold on.
Is
She
there
said prize.
there a
She
lot of-
just said prize. I heard it. I heard prize.
We
Okay.
do have prizes. Are there a lot of them, Shelley?
There's not a whole lot. Let's see here. Lisa Kelderhouse. All right.
Okay, if you're a person sitting here on this Zoom and you don't have your name on your account, put your name in the chat and do it now. Do it now. Because we cannot put you in the drawing if your name is not in your account. Like if you're just user number blankety blankety blank, it's got to have a name attached to it. So put your name in there. Shelly's entering them as you go. Get them in there, get them in there, get them in there. Shelly, let me know when you got that done, and I guess we're going to move forward because I still don't know what these prizes are yet. I heard prize. I went, okay.
And
Okay.
Ron, we've only got a couple today, but I'm telling you, they're nice. They're real good prizes. We'll have more and different things. They may not be this expensive in the future. They may be this expensive in the future. It's just whatever that day we can grab and get our hands on, and want to show people what is going to be in the back office or the back shopping area, and just all kind of reasons we're going to have these drawings and stuff. But we're excited. We're about to do something that we haven't done before. I haven't even seen.
Let me also be clear that what we're about to do is for USA and Canada. If you live in another country and on this Zoom, we don't have a business in your country. USA and Canada only. USA and Canada only. Make sure that you're in USA and Canada only. So if we draw your name, however this is going to happen, I don't know. And if you're not in USA and Canada, please be kind enough to put in the chat, sorry, I'm not in USA or Canada. Because we want to be sure and give it to the people that where we're doing business at USA and Canada. Now I heard 2 things. I heard prize, and now I just heard expensive. Okay, get your name in this thing. Get your name in. I hear the best words out of a sentence. Prize and expensive. So here we go. Jelly, you call.
Well, and Ron, I won't go overboard. I like to be transparent with everybody, so I won't go overboard and say it's crazy expensive. But hey, they're nice. They're definitely nice giveaways. So
and it's free. There you go.
And we're not giving away any Gucci stuff today. Today,
Oh
we said
man,
today. But
I'll
but
go
yeah,
ahead and say it.
and
You're not giving me Jimmy Choo shoes.
yeah. Hey, Kit, stay tuned because we do have some. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. We do have. It's not the ones you're thinking, Ron, but we do have some shoes coming in the back office. We do have some shoes coming. They are nice brands. We've got them ranging all kinds of prices. But it is below what you're going to go find elsewhere for these name brand type shoes. So,
Okay.
so we're going to be putting, so everybody needs a new pair of shoes. Except me.
You're breaking up a little bit, Shane. A little bit. You're
I
connected.
think someone was calling me that.
Okay. Tell them to stop calling.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let me
All
try to
right,
tell.
are we called up everybody? Everybody got their names in? Are we good? We're all good now?
I think we're good now.
Good, Shelley?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I am away from the office, so Shelley, if you don't mind, I'm going to let you show them. This is a real nice gold, not gold, but gold colored, gold, whatever you want to say, gold plated, gold Bulova men's Bulova watch.
What?
It is a men's Bulova watch. It is a great gift item for yourself or for a loved one or anything. And I'll help you with this Bulova watch buy a Christmas present that whoever you give it to will appreciate. So
Hold on, Shelly. Say something so you come up on the screen, Shelly. Say a word so you come up.
Okay. Hey, can you see it now?
You to keep talking. You'll come up on the screen.
Okay. All right. Can you see me now?
yes,
Now we see you. We see you now.
All right. Good. Good.
Okay.
Really nice, pretty watch.
Okay. And you're giving that away, right?
that is a free gift, free shipping, free everything going to.
Okay, cool. All right.
So
Let's
Shelley,
go. Let's spin the wheel. Let's go.
how this is going to work, Shelley.
All right. I have the wheel up here and we should not have any problems. Fingers crossed this works like it should. I'll put the wheel on the screen. Okay. And here we go. Click to spin.
Everybody's in there. Who's that?
Bonnie Aspen.
Bonnie Aspen. Now, here's what's got to happen, Bonnie Aspen. You got to comment in the section, the chat department, so we know you're here. Bonnie Aspen, are you here? Say yes in the chat. Bonnie Aspen. Bonnie Aspen. Bonnie, there you go. Bonnie,
Yay!
Bonnie Aspen won. Bonnie Aspen, here's what you got to do, Bonnie. You got to send an email to support@fundsavernetwork.com with all of your information so we can put that in a fine little box and send that out to you. Congratulations from Fun Saver Network. There you go, Bonnie Aspen.
And when you get it, Bonnie, we'd love to have a picture of you holding it up and let us get you on social media and get you on everything. Because guys, this is the time, and this is why it's important. We got to share these things, and as a company, we got to do just as good or better than you guys do. So send us those pictures and let us share Bonnie's picture and get that out there.
Bonnie, you got to give us a testimonial. We're going to send the testimonial repo in.
All right, Shelley, I think if I'm not mistaken, I got one more gift, and it just happens to be the exact thing. So
what is it?
It's the exact same thing. We're going to do 2 of the Bulova watches today.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's spin the wheel and give away one more of those Bulova watches.
Me. Come on.
Clifford Anderson.
Cliff Anderson.
All right.
Congratulations, Cliff. You got to put in the chat, I'm here. You got to say I'm here, Cliff, so we know that you're here. Let us know, Cliff Anderson. You got to say, I'm here. There's Willow Williams. Cliff Anderson. We are calling Cliff Anderson. Cliff Anderson. Cliff Anderson,
There
are
he is.
you here?
He's here.
Is he?
Yep.
I didn't see his.
It's because everybody's congratulating.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's here.
Congratulations, Cliff. You know what you got to do. You got to send in the email at customer service support at fundsavernetwork.com. We will get that thing out. Congratulations from Funsaver Network. Congratulations to everybody. Shane, you got any closing statements? Thank you, Shelly, for what you do, by the way. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Kelly, for getting that done for me. And thanks to everybody for being on here. We'll make the giveaways. We might make them 1 some days. We might make them 10 some days. Who knows? Heck, we might give everybody something someday. We're just excited to be a part of something that we can tell is going viral. We have no doubt what's about to happen, and we want to race to 1 million, and we want to just disrupt this industry like nobody ever has. So, guys, thanks for being a part of it, and Ron, thank you as always.
Absolutely. Thanks to each and every one of you. Have a fantastic Monday evening. Remember, Tuesday night opportunity call, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We are on Zoom.com. Good day, everybody.
Thanks, guys.